worldwide trailer release for the special film Blonde Origin. Here's a sneak peek.
In a world where anyone with big money or big breasts can reach the stars.
Take up space!
3 women, 1 mission.
They all find me very inspirational. Yes.
Limited training.
Right, left, right, left.
Their dream to inspire humanity, or at least grab a few good selfies. This Friday on The Megyn Kelly Show, the launch of Blonde Origin.
I don't appreciate when people call it a ride. It's not a ride, it's a mission. There's nothing frivolous about what we just did.
Blonde Origin, where weightlessness and cluelessness collide.
I'm inspirational.
Let's start with Katy, who, fresh from pretending to be an astronaut, is now being mocked for her cringe performance in her latest concert tour. Did she leave any discernible talent she had in space? I mean, imagine paying good money to see this. Now, she never had much of a voice, but if that's how she dances nowadays, I think we can give the concert a miss.
Astronaut, in quotes, Katy Perry responds to haters as she recreates space moves on her first night of her tour after the Blue Origin backlash. Oh, no.
I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
Thank you for having me. What were they up there, 10 minutes?
Well, it was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
Yeah.
Please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride.
Let's celebrate female astronauts.
And because they were united.
What do Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos, Joe Rogan, and Wendy's have in common? No, this isn't the setup to a bad joke. It's the bizarre reality of a spaceflight PR disaster, fast food feuds, and celebrities being treated like astronauts. Buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. Katy Perry is trading the stage for the stars. Kind of. She recently joined forces with Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin, becoming one of the latest celebrities to take part in the commercial space tourism. Boom. But her journey hasn't been without turbulence. From a rumored Amazon Prime documentary about the backlash to clips from her spaceflight being woven into her upcoming world tour, this pop star isn't backing down. And with media figures, astronauts, and Twitter warriors all chiming in, it's not just a trip above Earth anymore, it's a full-on cultural event. Let's break it down. Before we blast off, hit that like button if you think space should be left to astronauts, and subscribe if you're here for bold takes on celebrity culture, tech, and the weirdest moments on the internet. Let's dive in. Katy's spaceflight. With Blue Origin wasn't a months-long mission. It was an 11-minute suborbital journey that briefly crossed the Kármán line, the edge of space, before returning to Earth. While marketed as a major moment, critics argue it's space tourism, wrapped in hype. Joe Rogan bluntly pointed out that male astronauts train for years, endure extreme physical tests, and spend months in orbit. It's a glorified amusement park ride, he said. The backlash reveals a deep frustration about who gets called an astronaut in 2025, and what that title really means anymore.
Because a lot of men astronauts, they have to go to school.
Right.
They have to learn how to be a pilot first. Then they have to join the Air Force or the Navy. And then they get appointed by NASA.
That's right.
And then they go to space. They did not get like way out there where re-entry is very traumatic. And it has like... If you see like those heat shields that they put all over those things, and if they break off on the re-entry, everybody dies.
Right.
That's because you're way out there, and the amount of heat that gets generated as you're re-entering the atmosphere. I think they're essentially like on the border of the atmosphere.
Instead of shying away from the controversy, Katy Perry is embracing it fully. Reports confirm her upcoming world tour will include behind-the-scenes footage and clips from her Blue Origin flight, creating a space-themed visual experience for fans. On top of that, she's said to appear in an Amazon Prime documentary alongside Jeff Bezos, tackling the criticism head-on. The doc will highlight her reflections on the journey, her motivations, and the emotional toll of public backlash. But critics question whether this is vulnerability or just smart branding, turning backlash into a narrative of personal growth.
So Katy Perry planned this entire thing to be a massive promotional stunt. So when people called it a stunt and a ride, this is exactly what they were doing. Katy Perry wasn't engaging in breakthrough scientific research. She was, look at this from her tour. She was look at this. She was desperately trying to sell tickets.
In a completely unexpected twist, Katy Perry has reignited a feud with Wendy's. Yep, the fast food giant. She called out the brand for its labor practices and food quality, possibly as part of her larger messaging around sustainability and ethics. Conservative commentator Benny Johnson quickly responded, mocking her space activism and calling it cosmic-level hypocrisy. Twitter debates exploded, with some siding with Katy's stance, while others rolled their eyes. Is she fighting for causes she believes in, or picking fights to stay relevant? Either way, a pop star versus burger chain feud was not on anyone's 2025 bingo card.
Space is incredible, and I wanted to model courage and worthiness and fearlessness. You did really finding the love for yourself, because you got to trust in yourself on this journey. I feel really connected to that strong, divine feminine right now.
This is total cringe, and that brand is Wendy's. Can we send her back?
Megyn Kelly, never one to hold back, took direct aim at Katy Perry and Blue Origin. On her show, she criticized the spaceflight as a vanity stunt, calling it an insult to real astronauts who endure years of grueling training and sacrifice. Kelly argued that celebrities like Katy are using space travel for brand building, not exploration, and slammed the post-flight press tour as cringy cosplay. She wasn't alone. Commentators across the political spectrum have questioned whether these luxury launches are tone-deaf during a time of global crises. Is this inspiration, or just billionaire space tourism and glitter?
If they had gotten off of the thing and come back down and said, that was amazing, very cool, what they're doing is cool, hats off to the astronauts who really do this and put their lives on the line, newfound respect, and now humbled, I will retreat into my little world of being a singer or a news anchor. No. What we got was lectures in how brave they are, how proud I am of me, which is what Gayle King said, and how proud we all needed to be of them, how nothing that happened on board that spacecraft, which is what they wanted us to call it over and over, like it was an Apollo mission craft, was frivolous. Nothing around this space flight, this space journey, that's how they wanted to be referred to, not a flight, was frivolous. Meanwhile, they invited the Kardashians. Okay, they could invite anybody in the world to watch them, and they invited Oprah and the Kardashians. But then they don't understand why we didn't take it seriously. Then you have them kissing the ground when they got off of it. Honestly, like they had just been saved from the Titanic and got back on land. Ahoy, mateys! No, they were kissing the ground. They were up there for 3 minutes.
While Katy's fans cheered her bravery, real astronauts have responded with a bit more caution. Some have publicly expressed unease at celebrities using terms like life-changing and space explorer for what is essentially a short, scenic trip. Others have stayed silent, but their absence speaks volumes. Many astronauts train for over a decade, spend time in microgravity for months, and risk their lives conducting scientific research. For them, space is grueling and sacred. So when someone returns after 11 minutes and holds a press conference like they just came back from the moon, tensions are bound to rise.
I feel anybody that's criticizing doesn't really understand what is happening here.
At yesterday's press conference after landing, Gail was passionate in her defense of their journey.
I'm blown away by the people that are really, we've had some cranky Yankees and haters. I've heard you. I'm not going to let you steal our joy. But most people are really excited and cheering us on and realize what this mission means to young women, young girls, and boys too. You get comments about, why are you spending all that money in space? What about here on Earth? I was one of those people, actually.
Who says, I would love to have them come to Blue Origin and see the thousands of employees that don't just work here, but they put their heart and soul into this vehicle. They love their work and they love the mission, and it's a big deal for them. Nobody's criticizing them. They're just not. And good people doing good work and then having that good work go to put celebrities and billionaires in space, that's not an indictment of them. It's an indictment of the process, maybe, our society. We're not criticizing them. We're criticizing you, actually. So when we hear comments like that, I just say, trust me, come with me. I'll show you what this is about. And it's really eye-opening. But again, the entire goddamn point is we can't come with you. We don't get to go at all. It's just for the billionaires. And that's the point.
So here's the big question. Is Katy Perry pushing boundaries or just pushing buttons? Her Blue Origin flight might inspire some fans to dream big, but it also raises tough questions about access, authenticity, and attention. Is it fair to frame a luxury space experience as emotionally or physically transformative? Or is the real issue how the media and fans choose to react? One thing's clear, celebrity space travel is no longer just sci-fi, it's branding, and that's what makes it both powerful and problematic.
Is what they did. Here's where the line is, right here. They went up higher than commercial airliners, but just like in a commercial airliner, when you are flying through a storm and it drops, or when you're on a teeter-totter or a roller coaster, you're going to experience a second of weightlessness because you're going to fall faster than gravity. And that's going to lead to what looked like a somewhat weightless experience. All they really did was shoot up here and then fall really fast back down to Earth. When a man was flying their dick rocket. Going to Wendy's today. Everybody loving this. Katy Perry doesn't deserve an apology from Wendy's, but I sure do because they've been giving me diarrhea for 35 years.
What's your take? Did Katy Perry go too far? Or are people just salty that she made space look glamorous? Should the public reserve astronaut status for trained professionals? Or is space for everyone now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns of wild pop culture moments like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Until next time, stay grounded, but keep your head in the stars.